Saturday effect, huh? Good morning. Hope everyone are doing good online. And guys, I saw a couple of messages that to upload all materials. So I just wanted to tell you one thing. So if I start uploading all the material at one shot, right? What most of you will not do, maybe most of the people, what they do is they open it. Too much enthusiastic people, I call them as sugar patients. What they could do is they go open all the materials and start reading it. So let's say tomorrow I'll take a new service. Okay. And what they do is they open the service and then they start reading it. And they'll get 1,000 doubts in their minds. With that kind of mindset, they'll come to the class and they will concentrate on their doubts, not on the class. Agree? For that reason, they'll get confused. So I don't want you guys to be into that situation. For that reason, whatever the topics that I have completed, that material only I'll be uploading into the class Google Classroom. So today, let's say I completed example EC2. After completing EC2, I'll upload. Then you go and do it, and you can go to anywhere of anywhere, that tube, the tube, any tube, no issues. But when you're learning from me, don't put your legs into multiple things. Don't go and learn from YouTube. Don't go to Udemy. Don't go to that, this, no. Please concentrate my class. You will get it. After completing the service or after completing the topic, then you can go and do it. So that you'll get more confidence. So what you'll have is you lose confidence. You will, if you prepare like this before itself. Okay, keep that in mind. Okay. What is today's surprise, sir? Oh, yes. You remind me now. Okay. Yes, right. I thought, okay. You want to know that surprise? Ready? Okay. So, wow, what a faces here. Everything is glowing. But when I tell that surprise, that smile will not be there. For sure. Okay. I'll tell you. The thing is, I'll be conducting a shootout round now from day 1 to till now. So, close all your books and I'll start asking questions and you start answering the questions, and let's see how much you have, how much I pushed into your brains, and let's conclude how much is entering into your brains. Okay. I made that statement. No, everything will be injected in your brains. Let's test that. Your memory power. Okay. Your every lecture as a surprise. Thank you, Anil. Okay. So online guys, ready? Okay. So I want everyone, online people here, everyone to put it in chat, your answers. And I'm telling you guys, don't keep just quiet. Try to answer the questions. Okay. So that you will get more confidence. Okay. Now let's do it. So you want it from day 1 or you want it from the services? Okay. Day 1. Okay. So I need to push my brain to backside now. Day one. Okay. Okay, day one question. What name? So I'm just kidding. Okay, let's enter. So okay. So guys, come. Yes, the warrior, Jadugar. Okay, so guys, generally, previously we used to handle our data centers by ourselves. Now, as we are moving to the cloud or AWS, do we need to really worry about the data center in the backend? No, we don't need to worry about it. Okay. And browser required two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. So if you enter host name, the request, okay, is it possible for us to remember the IP addresses? No, it's not possible to remember IP address. So who is the guy in our network who will remember this IP address? DNS. So now the request, what is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. Okay. And the request will first go to where? Local DNS. Fantastic. From the local DNS, the request will go to RNS, root name server. So RNS will check what? Whether it is coming from .com or .org.in. Then based on that check, root name server will send to top level domain. So let's say you are using example google.com. So .com is a top level domain. So the request will go to the top level domain. So top level domain.com is a very big or not? It's big. Do you have millions of websites inside it? Yes. So out of these millions of websites, who is the guy who will be shouting and identifying your domain? Name server. Very good. And from name server, the request will go to SOA. What is the full form of SOA? Startup Authority. Fantastic. So SOA has the IP address and all the way it will come back to the browser. And from here, it will go to which company? Google company. If you're accessing google.com, it will go to Google company. And which is the first component which will stop the request? Firewall. What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. Fantastic. Okay. And from firewall, so do you all agree firewall will allow or deny? Yes. Can we create rules in firewall? Yes. What is the protocol is used to access your applications? HTTP. Fantastic. Or HTTPS. Which one is secure, Nana? HTTPS is secure. Okay. And which is the protocol used to connect to the Linux machines? SSH. And for Windows, SSH port number 22. RDP port number 3389. HTTP port number 80. HTTPS port number 443. Fantastic. Fantastic. So from firewall, the request will go to load balancer. What is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the servers. Okay. From load balancer, request will go to web server to app server to DB server, and all the way back to the browser. Super, super. Okay. Then we have discussed the 3 T's. What are those? Elasticity, scalability, high availability. Okay. Can we say increasing and decreasing the number of servers based on the load is called elasticity? Chidi, how do you achieve elasticity in AWS? Using auto scaling. What is auto scaling? Scale out, scale in. Wow. Scale out meaning adding. Scale in meaning removing. Okay. And this elasticity is also called as horizontal scaling. Okay. So do you all agree in auto scaling, you are increasing the number of servers? Agree? Yes. What is, and this elasticity is short term or long term? Short term. And what is scalability? Increasing the capacity of the server is called scalability. Okay. And scalability is equal to scale up, scale down. Very good. And this scalability is also called as vertical scaling. Then we have high availability. What is high availability? The period of time the service is available to the customer is called high availability. The period of time the service is not available to the customer, downtime. Okay. So what are the three main rules of high availability? Redundancy, monitoring, failover, RMF. What is redundancy? Yeah, keeping the same application on the multiple servers called redundancy. Who will be doing the monitoring? Load balancer. Load balancer is doing the monitoring for your server application. Application using health checks. What is the status code that you 200? Wow. Okay. And then failover. Who will be doing the failover? Load balancer is doing the failover. So if one goes down, other will take the request. And can we say that can you achieve zero downtime using auto scaling? Yes. What is that called? Fault tolerance. Fantastic. What is that called? Fault tolerance. Too good. Too good. Okay. Now, what is a region? It's a geographical area. Geographical area. In other words, where AWS has the infrastructure is called the region. Which is a region that we should be using it? Mumbai. What is the code? AP minus South minus 1. Can we use Hyderabad also? Yes. Do you know the region code of Hyderabad? No. Simple. Not -1 is -2. AP minus South minus 2. 2 is Hyderabad. 1 is because that is the one which got established first. Next is this. Okay. What is a availability zone? Data center. How many availability zones are there in Mumbai region? 3. What are those? 1A, 1B, and 1C. Fantastic. What is a region contains? Availability zones. So do you think that availability zone is only one single data center? No, it is a multiple data centers. Is it possible to have 1A availability zone goes down completely? No, not possible. So I'm asking you to launch 10 missions. I'm asking you to launch 10 missions. So these 10 missions will you launch? Is it recommended to launch all in 1A? So what you do? You distribute it. So if you have all 10 missions in 1A, what if 1A goes down? Just in case all your missions are down. So distribute it. Availability zones are interconnected with each other. Yes. So if I have one server in 1A and then another server in 1B, can they communicate with each other? Within availability zone. Within availability zone? Yes. Okay. These regions and availability zones are completely managed by AWS. You have your customers in India. Will you use US region to set up your infrastructure? No. If you do so, what will happen? Latency issues you will get. So what you will get? Lower, higher? High latency. Which one is good? Low latency is good. Okay. Two regions can talk to each other by default? No. If required? Yes. If required, yes. Fantastic. Okay. And if you want to secure, guys, if you want to secure your entire infrastructure, how do you secure it? Using VPC. Using what? VPC, Virtual Private Cloud. VPC is regional or global? Regional. How many VPCs you can create per region? 5. 2 VPCs can talk to each other by default? No, if required. What is the example that we took? Solo complex. Okay, good. You remember the examples also. Okay, nice. Okay, so nice. So is it recommended to have to set up a high availability in one availability zone? No. So in order to set up high availability, you need to have minimum 2 availability zones, correct? But it is recommended to have everything in one availability zone? No. So your load balancer, what is load balancer? We have just learned. What is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic to the servers. And can you tell me this load balancer has a capacity to distribute the traffic to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones? Yes. Okay. Which is the service in AWS where you can go and create virtual machines? EC2. What is the full form of EC2? Elastic Compute Cloud or Cloud Computer? Compute Cloud. Okay. What are the servers in EC2 called? EC2 instances. EC2 is regional or global? Regional. What is load balancer called in EC2? Elastic Load Balancer. In shortcut, ELB. What is ELB? Which distribute the traffic? So that has to be completed, right? ELB distribute the traffic to multiple EC2 instances across availability zones. You should complete that. Okay, excellent. None of this ELB is completely managed by. Do we need to worry about the auto scaling, performance, etc. for the load balancer? No. ELB is a server or service? The service. Is it possible to log into the ELB? What do we do? Access the ELB using DNS name or URL. Okay. So that ELB has any availability zone? ELB is specific to only one availability zone or ELB is regional base? Regional base. Chitty, I want to go in easy and quick deployment of applications in AWS. Which service do you choose that? Elastic Beanstalk. In general, in platform as a service, do we have control on the servers? No. Do we have access to the servers? No. But in Beanstalk, do we have the access to the servers? What is the backbone of Beanstalk? EC2. So Elastic Beanstalk will go and launch EC2 in the backend. Is it recommended that we go and maintain those EC2 instances? No. Who will handle behalf of us? AWS. That means Beanstalk will handle it. So you have application with you. What are the services in AWS will be helpful to deploy the applications? I twisted the question. So I have application. Okay, I'm a customer. I came to you. I'm a customer. I came to you, and I say that Ajay. I said, Ajay, this is application. Take it. So Ajay will think, okay, what are the services in AWS that will help me to deploy this application? EC2 and Elastic Beanstalk. Correct, no? So it will take time to on the tube light. Okay, very good. EC2 and then Beanstalk. So in EC2, everything is manual, no? Yes, in Beanstalk it is little bit automatic. Okay. So do you all agree that to the Beanstalk we need to give the configurations and everything Beanstalk will do? Yes. Which is a service in AWS where everything is available. You just go and click it. Light Sail. Very good. And what is the disadvantage of Light Sail? No auto scaling. Wow. Okay. Guys, I want to automate something. Which is a service is used for automations? Lambda. Not Nimda, Lambda. Lambda is server based or serverless? Serverless. So in Lambda, what do you create? What do you create? Functions. What do you create? Functions. What function are those? Lambda functions. Can you write the Lambda functions in different languages? Does it support Lambda function? Supports Python, Ruby, Java, .NET, multiple languages. So Ajay is going and launching the EC2 instance, and automatically is getting terminated. So who is doing that? Lambda only. So all the events are stored in one place. Which place is that? Event bridge. Event bridge. So can we create a rule in event bridge and then get the event and call the Lambda function? Yes. So is it possible to schedule also? Yes. I have 100 EC2 instances. At morning at 9, at night 9 p.m. all the EC2 instances should get stopped. And morning 9 a.m. it should start. So how do you achieve this? Using Lambda. Using Lambda and then scheduler. You can use the schedule. Can I go and launch EC2 instance? Stop EC2 instance? Start EC2 instance? Reboot EC2 instance? Terminate EC2 instance? What is terminate meaning? Terminate meaning Pasak. That meaning delete, destroy, kill. And I have so many photos and documents. Which service do you recommend to use it? S3. What is the full form of S3? Simple storage service. In AWS, everything will start with simple and with service. So S3 is limited storage or unlimited storage? Unlimited storage. Can we say S3 is used to just store the files, access and download? Yes. Is it possible to install, execute any files in S3? No. S3 is server based or serverless? Serverless. As it is serverless, do we need to worry about the performance, high availability, scalability of S3? No. S3 is what based storage? What based storage? Object based storage. In S3, what do we create? Buckets. What do you create? Buckets. What does the bucket contains? Object. What is the object? File. What is the name of the file? S3 is global or regional? Global. S3 is global. Buckets are regional. What is the full form of SNS? What is the full form of SES? What is the full form of SQS? So does the S3 support static website hosting? So if you have a requirement of setting up a static website, would you choose EC2 or S3? Can you do it on EC2 also? But what is the big difference between EC2 and S3? In EC2, you have to go and set up everything, handle load balancer, high availability, scalability, everything you have to do it. But in S3, do you need to worry about all these things? No. Okay. So what is hard disk call in EC2? Volumes. What volumes are those? EBS volumes. What is the full form of EBS? Elastic block storage. EBS is what based storage? EBS is block based storage. Remember. In EBS, can we go and install operating system, run, execute any files? Yes or no? Yes. So volumes can be attached and volumes can be detached. Yes. What is the default volume that you get? Root volume. What does the root volume contains? Operating system. Oh yes. And then so we have a root volume. What are the rest of the volumes called? Additional volumes. So I need to also prepare my mind to ask questions. Okay, so what is the default size of your root volume on Windows? 30 GB. For Linux, 8 or 10 GB. You saw a volume which contains operating system inside it. What is that volume called? Root volume. And you see a normal data. Which volume is that? Additional volume. So EC2 supports client-side operating system or server-side operating system? Server side. Can you go and launch EC2 instance with Windows 10, 11? No. So which is the operating system that we should be using it? Linux. In Linux, which flavor? Did I tell you that? Okay. Red Hat. All right, Red Hat. Okay. So how many root volumes you can have per instance? Only one. Can we have multiple additional volumes? Yes. What is the maximum size of volume? 16 terabyte. Okay. So this volume should be pre-provisioned. Volumes are pre-provisioned. Volumes are pre-provisioned or not? Yes. Volume should be pre-provisioned. Pre-provisioned meaning you need to ask how much size that you need. So can you have unlimited volume? No. So how much ever you need, 50 GB, 500 GB, 1000 GB, 2000 GB, like this, you need to pre-provision the volume. Okay. And then can you attach one volume to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? No. SC is pre-provisioned? No, SC is unlimited storage. It's not pre-provisioned. And is it possible to increase the size of the volume on fly? On fly, yes. Yes. Do you need to stop the EC2 instance for that? No need. Do you require downtime for that? No downtime. So volume size can be decreased. Volume size can be decreased? No. If you want to decrease, what you need to do? Delete the volume and then recreate it. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. What is the device name of root volume? /dev/SDA1. Very good. For additional volume, /dev/SDBEF and all you can have. And in some other operating systems, what is the root volume device name? XVDA you will have. Okay. So do you all agree that root volume is always mounted with /dev/SDA1? Yes. So is it possible to detach the root volume while EC2 is running? No. What you need to do? Stop the EC2 instance and is it possible to detach the additional volume while EC2 is running? Additional volume is yes. But is it recommended? No. Can you delete the volume can you delete the volume when it is in attached mode? No. What you need to do first? Detach it and then delete it. EC2 instance has availability zones. Volumes also has availability zones? Yes. EC2 instance and volume should be in the same availability zone or different availability zone? Same availability zone. So I have EC2 instance in 1A. I have 1A volume. Can I attach it to 1B EC2 instance? No. Why? Different availability zones. I have a 1A volume. Can I attach to 1A EC2 instance? Yes, because it is in the same availability zone. Is it possible to use volumes as a shared storage? Volumes as a shared storage? Answer is no. I reverse the question. Okay, now let me ask you the question. You'll answer. Is it possible to share the volume to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? No, you're saying, but the same thing I'm asking. Volume can be as a shared storage? Answer is no. So if at all you want to have a shared storage, which service do you choose? What is that? EFS. What is that? EFS. What is the full form of EFS? Elastic File System. So this EFS is completely managed by AWS. This EFS is which operating system? Linux operating system. So for Windows, EFSX. So this EFS can be mounted to multiple EC2 instances at the same time? Yes. And the multiple EC2 instances can be in different availability zones? Yes. EFS works on which protocol? NFS version 4. NFS version 4. Huh? EFS is what based storage? File based storage. EFS is limited storage or unlimited storage? Unlimited storage. Does the EFS need pre-provisioning? No, because EFS is unlimited. No need of pre-provision. Chitty, I have a lot of data in my on-premises. I want to transfer into AWS. Is it possible to transfer online? No. What do you do? Snow family you use. Snow family has how many devices? 3 devices. What are those? Snow cone, Snow edge, and Snow mobile. Snow cone supports how much terabytes? 8. Snow edge, Snow mobile. So all these devices will push the data to which service? S3. So in certification question or an interview, if they ask, Babu, which is the service is used to do physical data transfer? Snow family. Okay. And which is the service in AWS where you can go and set up databases? RDS. What is the full form of RDS? Relational Database Services. Can we say that RDS is a service where you can go and set up, maintain and configure the databases? Yes. RDS is a service or server? It's a service. How many engines that it support? What are those? What are those? MySQL, Oracle, MS SQL, Postgres, MariaDB, Aurora. Very nice. Bala will come. So Aurora. So Aurora, who is the owner of Aurora? AWS. Who is the owner of MS SQL? Microsoft. Who is the owner of Oracle? Oracle. Oracle. You can call it as Oracle. Oracle. So R should be rolling. Okay. Okay. There is one more question. So I have on-premises storage. I want to utilize AWS storage services also. Which service is that? Storage gateway. What is that? Storage gateway. Can we say storage gateway is a hybrid storage? Yes. Okay. And by the way, in this RDS in this RDS engines, all these engines, all RDBMS engines only? Yes. In EC2, we call it EC2 instance. Light cell, we call it as light cell instance. RDS, we call it as RDS instance, DB instance. Do we need to worry about the platform of RDS? No need. Is it possible to SSH and RDP to instance? Answer is no. Which is the NoSQL service in AWS? DynamoDB. Which one? DynamoDB. DynamoDB is relational databases or non-relational? Non-relational. I want to store a huge data, which is data warehouse. What is a data warehouse service in AWS? Redshift. So there is one customer which is always trying to access same data again and again, again and again. So as an engineer in the backend, if you want to increase the performance and reduce the stress on the database, which is the service that you can implement? Elastic Cache. Fantastic. Can we say Elastic Cache is an in-memory database caching service? Yes. How many engines that it support? 2. What are those? Reddia. Nadda. Redis. What is that? Redis. Redis and Memcached. Memcached. What is that? Memcached. What is that? Memcached. Very good. Okay. Chitty. I went and created a load balancer. Once you created a load balancer, how do you access the load balancer? Using DNS name or URL. That URL is a nice URL or nasty URL. It looks good. If you want to do the makeup, where do you go? Go to Route 53, not beauty parlor. Route 53. So if someone asks what is Route 53, what do you say? It's a DNS service in AWS. Fantastic. Why we call 53? DNS port number is 53. What does the Route 53 contains? Records. Very good. And if you want to secure your entire infrastructure, all our infrastructure should be inside the VPC. So do you all agree that AWS is providing a default VPC for us? Yes. And I have on-premises, I want to connect to the AWS. So generally, all companies will be connected to the AWS through what? Shared internet. So through shared internet, what they create? VPN. What they create? VPN. So what is the full form of VPN? Virtual Private Network. So some companies doesn't like VPN at all. They need to have a direct access. So which service do you recommend for that? Direct Connect. Can we say it is a lease line connection? Yes. How much it charge? $16,000. So if you go to customer later when you get the jobs, and you can on the spot, you can say it will charge $16,000 per month. You want it or not? Nice. Okay. Today I have my application in one region, let's say Mumbai, and those who are accessing my application from India, they'll have low latency or high latency? Low latency. But if Tokyo guy or Ireland guy or throughout the world, if they're accessing my applications, which is in Mumbai, they'll have low or high latency. And how to reduce this? Using which service is that? CloudFront. What is that? CloudFront. What does the CloudFront has? Edge locations. What does the edge locations do? Caching. Edge location will cache. Does the edge location cache only static data or dynamic data or both? Both. These edge locations are completely managed by AWS. And how much time your edge location will cache based on the TTL. What's the full form of TTL? Time to live. And if you want to delete the cache, how do you delete it? Invalidate the cache. Super. What is that? Invalidate the cache. And your application will get cached to the edge locations using what network? CDN. What is the full form of CDN? Content Delivery Network. And in CloudFront, what do we create? Distribution. What do we create? Distribution. Okay. And if I want to create users in AWS, which service will you recommend to create users? IAM. What's the full form of IAM? Identity and Access Management. So how many types of users or accounts are there? 2 types. What are those? Root user and then IAM user. So who has full permissions? Root user has full permission. Who has limited permissions? IAM users have limited permissions. And I'm logging with the email ID and password. So that is a root or IAM? Root. I'm logging with the username and password. That is IAM. What is the parent account called? Root account. Child accounts? IAM account. So can I create an IAM users and then give attach proper permissions for it? Yes. Can I create a username called Ajay and then can I give EC2 permissions to him? Yes. Can I give admin permissions also? Yes, I can give admin permission. What is the big difference between admin and root account? Except billing. Wow, except billing. So whenever you see any certification question, so which is a service is used for access control on AWS resources to the user? IAM only. And if you have a big company, is it easy to handle the entire company with one single root account? So you need to have multiple root accounts. Isn't it difficult to handle multiple root accounts? Yes. But which is a service in AWS? Organizations. Using organizations, you can control multiple root accounts and have a better management. So what is the main account called? Management account. What is the rest of the accounts called? Member account. Member account. So my member accounts can be a root accounts. Yes or no? Can I control the root accounts also? Using what? Using SCP. Excellent. Using SCP. What is SCP? Service Control Policies. If you want to anywhere in interview and certification questions, if you see monitoring, which is the first service that you should get in your mind? CloudWatch. What is that? CloudWatch. CloudWatch will be monitoring only EC2 or all AWS resources? All AWS resources. In CloudWatch, what do we create? Alarms you need to create. Can we say? Alarms. Okay. Say it to the interviewer. Alarms. R should be rolling. Okay. So can we say CloudWatch monitors the performance? Yes. So there are 2 types of monitoring in CloudWatch. 2 types of monitoring. Basic monitoring and detailed monitoring. So which one is you will get data points every 5 minutes? Basic. Every 1 minute? Detail. And which one is free? Basic. Which one is default? Basic only. And which is a service? Let's say someone has deleted something in AWS. So which is the service that you go and check first? CloudTrail. Fantastic. CloudTrail can be used for the auditing purpose, tracking purpose, everything getting recorded over there. Yes. I want to see I want to monitor the changes of particular AWS resource. What is that called? Config. Example, gym. And which is the AWS support that you should choose? Basic support. And which is the service in AWS which gives you advices? Trusted advisor. Which one? Trusted advisor. And which is a service in AWS which will inspects? Inspector. AWS inspector. Super, yeah. Super, fantastic. Mind blowing. Excellent, guys. I'm appreciating, yeah. Huh? Oh, excellent, guys. Excellent. Very good. Okay, now see, injected. Do you need this much big book? No need, right? That's why I told you at the first day itself, if you concentrate, I'll push it in your brains. So you are concentrating and super. It's too good. Okay, I'll ask Ashok Reddy up next time. Ashok Reddy has put the message 2 times. Don't ask in sequence, ask randomly. Okay. Okay, randomly I'll ask 2 questions. Randomly I'll ask. So let's tell Ashok Reddy. So, which is the service is used for archive purpose? Glacier. Did you see? Ashok Reddy? Right? Okay. Very good. Excellent, guys. Very proud of you and very good. So, as a, I don't have words because it's very hard to remember all these things for you, but you have remembered. That's really good. Appreciate you guys. And what we're going to do is, as a token of appreciation, I'm concluding the class today. Okay. So today is Saturday. Go and enjoy. And from Monday, what you want class, huh? Class, good. Class, good. Good. This is a surprise. You want these surprises? Okay. What is that? All 13 classes revised in 30 minutes. This is the power of Riya, sir. Very good. Thank you. And guys, again, someone is asking, who is it? Dash dash. Dash dash is asking, what config could do, same cloud trail also do? Yes or no? What is the difference between config and cloud trail? Cloud trail records everything, whatever is happening in AWS. Config will changes, but the changes will also get included in cloud trail also. That is why he's saying what config could do, same cloud trail also is doing. But what's the difference? Difference is, yes. So in cloud trail, everything, each and every click or each and every API call in the backend, everything is getting recorded. So let's say 500 people started using your AWS account. Just imagine how many records will be there. Millions of records will be there. In that millions of record, can you easily go and identify what is your need, what is your requirement, get it? It's hard. So let's say someone has changed the EC2 instance from 4 GB to 8 GB. That record will be there in CloudTrail. But in that millions of records, is it possible to go and see who has modified it? You can go and check it, but it'll take time. So instead of that, you can configure a rule to that EC2 instance. And I'll say that, Babu, if we have Bhargav, if Bhargav has removed its pets, automatically I get an email because he has changed it. If he has removed the pets, that will also get recorded in CloudTrail. But so many people remove the specs. It's for me, it's difficult to get it. So I can specifically go to him and then configure that. If Bhargav has removed the steps, give me the notification. So that is the config. Separately, you can go and do the monitor the changes. That is dash. That's for you. Please put your name. No. Any other questions? Puranjaya is asking, sir, is lab started? No, lab will start next week. What is cloud formation? Huh? Did I told you yesterday? I mean, in our last class. So cloud formation, I told you to write it also. See, open it and see. In last class only. In last class only, I told. Did you wrote? No. What is that? Read. Cloud formation is used to automate AWS infrastructure. So someone asked, what is Terraform, right? Or is it? Can we come to offline class to see you and meet you, sir? Yes, please, always welcome. You can give me surprise. Okay, so guys, see, this is general question. Okay, this is general question. Someone asked, what is Terraform? Chitty, Terraform is a third-party tool. Which one? Third-party tool outside. It is not from AWS. It is not from AWS. It is not from Azure. It's not from GCP. Someone has developed the Terraform tool. And what does the Terraform tool will do is, let's say, if you want to go and set up your architect your AWS infrastructure, so you need to create a VPC. You need to have EC2 instances, load balancers, backend RDS. If at all you want to cache it, you can have Elastic Cache. If you want to store S3, so all these things you can do architected. But what these developers will do is, or you can also do is, if you know a little bit of coding. So many people ask, sir, what developer will do in AWS? These are the automations they will be doing it. What they can do is they can write a nice language or code. They can write a nice code and they can automate the entire infrastructure using the code. That is why it is called IaaC, infrastructure as a code. So using Terraform, they can write a code and they just apply the code, and then boom, it will go and set up everything for you, because you have to develop that code. When you learn DevOps, in DevOps they'll teach Terraform, because that's a part of DevOps. Okay, and then the same third-party tool, Terraform, can do the automation in AWS also, can do the automation in Azure also, can do the automation in Google Cloud. It is for all the cloud providers. And if you want to have the same service in AWS, if you want to automate it, which is the service is that? Cloud formation. What is that? Cloud formation. So cloud formation basically used to automate your AWS infrastructure. And I told you, what is the language it uses? Cloud formation. So you told it, YAML. Yeah, I'll call YAML. You said YAML, Mama. ML, it's not machine language. ML, it's not YAML. YAML. Yet, what is that? Another markup language. So, okay, call it as YAML only. Okay. Any other questions? Yes. Actually, see, architect, that's a good question. There is question, guys, if everything is getting automated by the developer, as an architect, what should be doing it? So guys, architect, you should not be only architect. Remember, you should not be only architect. So once you set up the entire architecture, now you tell me, let me take a real-time example. Builders, you have up there build apartments, right? What the architect will do? He'll architect and he'll go. He'll do another architect. Correct? Will he work inside? So just imagine you are an architect and then you have developed the entire infrastructure. And do you have any other work after that? No. For that reason, guys, you need to go and maintain. You need to go and maintain the infrastructure. How do you maintain? You need to do the operations in the infrastructure. What is that? How do you do that? Using DevOps. Using DevOps. So once you are, that's what I said. From day one, I'm saying, what is the deadliest combination in the market? AWS plus DevOps. Did I told you this? So AWS, once you learn AWS, the next step is DevOps, because once you have set up the architecture, so you can do the DevOps on AWS. That is your next step. Learn AWS and then implement DevOps on AWS. So if you are there to implementing it, no need of, and also guys, Terraform is not a rocket science. Terraform is not a rocket science, meaning Terraform is not that much difficult, right? You can also easily learn. But if you have a trainer like me, Terraform also, it's like peeling of the banana and put it in mouth, right? So it is like, it is easy only. You can easily understand, but you need to have a right trainer. Okay. So Terraforms also, and that too, guys, see, Terraform, you know, like Java and .NET, you know to put your brain and think about logics. No need. Terraform has a default templates. Okay. To set up a VPC, there will be a template. Can't you go and use that template? Yes or no? Yes. And you have CloudFormation, YAML language, right? YAML language, you have templates. Can't you use it? Can't you read that template? Can't you understand? We are not that dumb fellows, correct? So we also know, we are also equal to developers. So we are not directly coding, putting the logic. Can you run the scripts? Can you understand the script? Can you use the templates? Easily you can do it. So that is a part of our job that we should be doing. If you have this kind of knowledge, then you will survive in the market. So you should have that. So once you are done with AWS, the next stop is DevOps. I cannot say. I don't know, sir. So you need to ask admin. You're asking me how many are there. So I know there are a couple of few trainers are available, right? So if you're asking me, sir, who is there? I'll get so many questions like this. Who is the trainer on DevOps who teach same like Riya sir? So that girl will say, no, hybrid pilla, okate piece. Hybrid babu, okate piece. Right? So every trainer has unique style. Okay. Every trainer has a unique kind of teaching. So please don't compare. Yes. Okay. I teach out of passion, right? So teaching is my passion. I started teaching when I was in my inter college and my graduation to the same class. Once my faculty teaches maths or science or whichever it is, after that I'll be explaining the same classes again to my same class. So I was doing this, and by the way, I'm a university topper. So thank you. It was very old days. So that's the reason why teaching is a very passion for me. I like teaching. So that's why I know the pulse of the students. So if I am in your place, how do I want to get trained? So that's the same thing that I feel. I always be in your shoes and think, as I am, if I am a student, how do I receive my subject? So for that reason, I teach. That's why you like. So please don't compare. If you compare, it's very hard to get the people like me. So it's not, I'm just God grace, but the thing is, yes, please go and do it. I heard there are a couple of people, Raham is all there. Raham from Naresh IT, DevOps is there. So, and go and attend the demo classes. How did you attend the demo classes of mine? Right? You attend the demo classes and then see if that is a right guy for you and then start learning it. But don't go with the DevOps now. Just wait for at least 1 month. Okay? Or at least 2 weeks or 3 weeks. After that, you go in, because once once maybe from next week, I'll start the practicals. I'll start taking which service? IAM. I'll take IAM service theory. After that, I'll take the practicals. Then I'll take another service theory and then practicals. And now see, guys, here, now we have answered all the questions here. If you have answered the same thing in interview, guaranteed job. That is my responsibility to make you to answer the questions. So that's a reason why I conduct every day shootout rounds, and then, so that you feel comfortable. So if you're able to answer, and the interview questions will not be out of this. Interview questions, whatever I'm asking, these are all interview questions, because I'm the interviewer also. Right? So what are the things we do in DevOps? Okay. So again, you're asking maths teacher Telugu subject. But guys, I also do DevOps. Okay. So without DevOps, we cannot survive, right? So in DevOps, okay, don't drag me to teach DevOps. Okay. So DevOps has a life cycle. What is that? Life cycle. Okay. I'll do one thing here. In the middle of the course, one class, I'll teach you DevOps. Okay. This is especially for you. I don't teach. I have never taught or gave this kind of subject to any of the batch, but somehow one class only. Okay. In the middle of the course, one class, I'll give the DevOps. So, but I'm telling you, once you have listened the DevOps class, you will not be new to the DevOps anymore. Right? That also I'll inject in your brain. And then I'll leave it to you. But don't ask more questions on that. That's only one class. Slowly, sir, what is that? Sir, when the practicals will start? Don't ask, but I'll just give the overview of the DevOps so that you will get to know the next step feature. Good. What is the package after 2 years experience? Percentage. So your package is completely depend upon your company. Yes or no? 2 years people might have, generally regular packages will be for 2 years, 5 lakhs package. Regular. 2 years. Remember, every time, this is the style of the market. How much experience you have, double of your experience should be your package. That is reasonable package. And you can be more. Some people have 3 years experience, 13 lakhs package is also there. But if that is a, companies will be 2 types mostly: service-based company, product-based company. Correct? So if service-based company will give you little bit less package. So product-based company will give you more package, so that you are developing the project, right? So you have a lot of work there. So, and for 2-3 years of experience, if you get 13 lakhs package, definitely that will be a product-based company. Right? So if it is service-based per company, you are getting it, something you have special, right? So if you have 2 years experience and getting 13 lakhs package in a service-based company, right? So yeah, yes, performance will be still good. 9+ years into networking and now switching to AWS, it will be good. It will relate as fresher. No, guys, if you are a networking guy, so Iqbal is asking, he has 9 years of experience, and then he want to switch it to AWS. Will it be good or not? Treat it as fresher. Such a experience you have 9 years. So don't leave that experience. If you're doing the networking, definitely that is an IT company only, no? In IT company, can't you do AWS projects there? Why you want to leave that 9 years of experience? No. Anyways, you have learning from me. You can put how much of knowledge, how many years of knowledge you will get from this. At least 3 to 4 years you will get. So use this. Okay. So I'm going somewhere. So it looks like this. Sometimes these talks are really good, right? Not always. For practicals, do we need to come offline? Okay, so no need to come offline. Okay, if you are in Hyderabad, you can come offline. Mentors are there; they can help you to do it, right? But how we will be doing is, guys, how we'll be doing is, after completing IM, I'll give you the homework, tasks. I'll give assessment. I'll give. So you go, right, and then complete the practicals and come back to me to the next class. So you can do it by yourself. And if you want to have any, if you have any or any questions, our mentors are there in third floor. Lab is there. So you can come early morning, little bit 1 hour before, or you can stay a little bit later. Go there in the lab, complete your practicals, and then you can leave. Okay. But remember, you no need to online also. You no need to come to the lab. You can do it by yourself. Don't worry. How I am injecting everything, the lab also I'll inject your brains. Don't worry. And also, while coming to the class, you no need to open laptops and do it here in front of me. I told you in the starting day in Telugu, Upukuntu randi. Nothing, you no need to bring anything, right? You no need to bring anything, you no need to do anything here. Keep how you're sitting now, just concentrate, listen, and I'll give the task, and task has to be repeated as a homework. Okay? If you do like this, 2 months, pasak. Okay, good. Any of them? Okay, people want to switch from other to AWS. It means a lot of, yes. I also told you that, especially in Hyderabad, AWS is setting up a big data center. He's investing $200 billion. $200 billion is investing AWS. So we have a lot of opportunities coming in. Email. So digital marketing, no? Thakur. Yes. Email marketing meaning, okay, let's say there is a requirement like this. Sir, I'm doing email marketing job. Can AWS helpful for me? For him, which is a service that will be helpful for him? SCS, simple email service. If you want to send an emails, but I don't know what is email marketing job, but yes, you can do it. Okay, good. So guys, so on Monday, let's discuss IAM topics. Okay, and by the way, did you sign up? Everyone done? So I see there are few people having the card issues, but I cannot give my card. So try with multiple cards. Your card, your friend card. That friend will never give. Try with try with your no offense. Just kidding. Try with your papa's card or papa card, whichever card it is. Okay, great. Can I give the final CC for today, guys? So this today's class is useful. Yes, right? So this will trigger your brains and also it will help you to remember. So now some people in the weekends, they will try to revise all the book. Did I revise everything in 30 minutes now? Sometimes it's good, but I'll not be conducting this much of big surprise test next time, but we'll need to concentrate more on the services. So from Monday, we'll concentrate. Okay, ma? Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you on Monday with the next topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day and have a nice weekend. See you on Monday. Yeah.